today we have with us Congressman Bergman.
Yep.
You're heading the Pakistani Caucus today?
I am. I am the new head of the Pakistani Caucus. And, when you have a caucus in the House of Representatives, the goal of the caucus is to educate our other members of, in our case, the House of Representatives and the Senate if they attend too. But we are subject specific in our caucuses. So not everybody joins every caucus. So being the head of the caucus, it's on me and whoever else is going to take a leadership role in the caucus to put together, whether it be events, Zoom meetings, roundtables, but the exchange of information that we as members of the House of Representatives need to know to help us make good policy as it relates to our relationships with Pakistan.
Wonderful. We thank you for what you're doing. So tell me, how long have you been involved with Pakpac? When did you hear first about it?
I first heard about Pakpac literally 8 years ago.
Okay.
When I got here, because Asad Malik, the outgoing president or former president of, I've known his family for almost 30 years. Wow. So I knew the Malik family long before getting into politics. So when I assumed this role, Asad reached out and others reached out, and that began the dialogue and the meeting all of the people who come here to DC, or I've traveled to Michigan, I've traveled to Texas to attend events, do events in homes, places like we are here today, so that we can dialogue and share information. And it's not just about me talking, the most important thing is me listening. And the best thing I can do if I'm going to talk is to ask a question.
Got it.
Because the first thing to do to show, I think, number one, respect to others is to listen and to ask questions, because other people want to know that you care. And I do care deeply about our relationship with Pakistan.
And we see that. You're doing a fantastic work, and the fact that you took on this role is amazing. I couldn't have found anyone better. We've heard so much about you from Michigan, from our friends, from Asad, everybody, so thank you for doing that. So a lot of Pakistanis a lot of them are first or second generation typically in US, right? And coming to US, a lot of them wonder of how can they be involved in the decision making. A lot of the news they hear, it affects them, and they want to do something about it. How would you recommend they be involved in and to help get their lawmakers to know what's happening? What are the ways that they should be involved?
Well, there are Pakpac is all over the U.S., all over the country. So I would suggest anybody, whatever age, especially younger people who tend to get all their information on social media, which may or may not be accurate, but to contact their local Pakpac, representatives, where's the nearest chapter, where's the nearest organization, and take a proactive role in just dialoguing. Come to a meeting, come to an event, and get to know the people in Pakpac, get to know the congressmen and congresswomen and senators who could, show up at different events. But to start that dialogue, as I mentioned a little bit earlier in our interview, the key is to listen. I want to hear what the concerns are of the people who have come here to the United States recently from Pakistan, and because they want to share what's going on with their families, they want to share what's going on in their towns there, and I want to hear exactly what they have to say and then dialogue with them, back and forth. That's how it starts. So to seek out.
So start taking that action to seek out and be involved,
And
not just sit at home and have drawing and talk. Go reach out to your representative, let them know how you're feeling.
Yeah, and find out when people are getting together. That's sharing, and in some cases, the first get-together might be a Zoom meeting. Okay, but you're seeing people face to face. But there's one thing things I love about this group: how many events we do in people's homes. And they open up their home. And when you open up your home to anything, that shows a commitment on your part, and it sets a tone for a good civil, energetic dialogue.
In terms of Pakpac, what would you recommend the next steps be for future? How can Pakpac continue to grow as an organization, especially to larger members of Congress? What should some of our things that we should keep on our horizon as the organization is growing?
Well, I think to keep your message to members of Congress that it is about freedom. It is about a democracy. It is every country has its own form of government and its challenges over time, but I think the message from Pakpac to not only the people who would join it, but let's say just American citizens who are the neighbors of the Pakistanis, that they understand what's going on and the dialogue, and keep it civil, keep it robust, and build the relationships. And relationships take time.
That's true. Thank you so much, Congressman.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
your time.
Thank you.